Since Christian Horner was fired by Red Bull earlier this year, his return to Formula One has been considered a matter of when, not if. The now ex-Red Bull boss turned a struggling Jaguar team that was called a joke by the rest of the grid into one of the best in the sport, winning 6 Constructors' Championships and 8 Drivers' Championships in the 20 years the team existed. Unsurprisingly, that kind of success means Horner has plenty of suitors, but any team will have to meet his demands, and that has been a problem so far. He has reportedly been ringing every team on the grid to try and get a seat, but no one's interested in meeting his demands. However, if there is any team that could be described as desperate for success, it would be Ferrari, and they'll do anything to return to World Championship glory. Today, I'll check out the growing rumours of Horner's return to Ferrari, why Vasseur's time is up, and why this marriage might be doomed to fail. So don't go anywhere. The season that began with the potential and the ambition to win everything risks being remembered as one of the worst in Ferrari's recent history. 0 wins and 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship, with Red Bull being carried by 1 driver just a hair's breadth away. There is growing discontent and internal friction at Ferrari, with 6 Grand Prix still to go. This weekend we'll see the team head to the United States and the Circuit of the Americas, a track where they finished 1st and 2nd last season, but no one will be expecting a repeat of that result on Sunday. Despite that impressive end to 2024, this year's car started poorly and has gotten worse since. This season was written off long ago by the Scuderia, but what has happened throughout 2025 should make Ferrari more worried about next year. While the likes of Red Bull and Mercedes have managed to find improvements during the final year of these regulations, Ferrari has not. Following the FIA's crackdown on flexi wings earlier this season, Ferrari's competitors for 2nd place in the Constructors' standings continue to work on new front wings to try and extract more performance. As the first part of the car to affect the air that then flows over the rest of the aerodynamic surfaces, the front wing is the most important aerodynamic component. Red Bull and Mercedes have made changes in the last 4 races to their front wings, and the result of that work is evident on track. Verstappen and Russell have stood on the podium 6 times in the last 4 races. Instead of trying to explore what could be done with the front wing following the new technical directive, Ferrari instead focused on their rear suspension and an upgrade package that made it to the track in Belgium. That suspension change was expected to improve driver confidence and braking stability, but the data shows it has brought no measurable gains. Chassis technical director Loic Serra and team boss Fred Vasseur reportedly approved the decision to focus the team's remaining efforts solely on the rear suspension, shelving larger aerodynamic updates such as a new floor, which was initially planned for Baku. That decision is going to cost Ferrari, not just 2nd in the Constructors' Championship, but maybe 3rd as well. The comparison between Mercedes and Red Bull's successful development and Ferrari's complete failure to improve their car does not bode well for next season. Those high-level decisions, such as where to focus budget and development time, will be crucial to success in the new regulations. But Ferrari's current management team have shown time and again that they cannot come to the right decision. There are further problems affecting the team's upper leadership as well. Earlier in the season, Hamilton compiled a report on the workings of the team and suggested changes that could be made to help them find success. To be fair to Hamilton, he is well within his rights to do that. He certainly has the experience and expertise. Since 2014, Ferrari have won 27 races. Hamilton has won 83. Lewis has apparently done another report and sent it to the top brass again because the first one didn't change anything. He expected to have more influence on the decisions at the team, but instead has found himself faced with a series of unheard requests and having to battle against internal politics to make improvements. Vettel had a similar experience during his time at the team, and Ferrari haven't learned their lessons from their failure then. There is a growing crisis at Ferrari, and despite Vasseur signing a new contract at the end of July, the reports out of Italy are that a mutiny is coming. John Elkann, Ferrari's executive chairman, has long been a fan of Christian Horner's and was the man who convinced Hamilton to join the team. Seeing his Formula One team struggle on track and his prize driver ignored can't be comfortable. There have been repeated reports for the better part of a decade that Elkann is a big fan of Horner's and has approached him multiple times to run the team. The most recent serious approach was before Vasseur joined the team, but at the time, Horner was heading up Red Bull and had just won the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship. He wasn't going to abandon the team he had built while they were on top of the motorsport world. A lot has happened in the last 3 years though, and Horner is now without a job. A move to Ferrari could be on the cards, but do the Scuderia really want it? Is it a match made in heaven? Or would Horner be biting off more than he can chew? Well, before I answer those questions, if you're enjoying the video and want to catch more news and analysis on this F1 season, then make sure to press the like button and subscribe to F1 Reverse. Thanks a lot. For Christian Horner, a move from Milton Keynes to Maranello would be a big step. For Ferrari, a show of no faith in Vasseur would be a big call. However, neither really has much of a choice. Rumours around Vasseur are nothing new. Around Montreal, there was serious talk that he could be replaced by Antonello Coletta, the architect of Ferrari's successful WEC program. Ferrari attempted to slam the door on all of that by handing Vasseur a new deal on the eve of the Hungarian Grand Prix. CEO Benedetto Vigna called it a reflection of trust in Fred's leadership. But results are the truth reflection of a team's success, and Ferrari's have been bad. The missed execution, the setup misreads, the stop-start upgrades, it's compounded the mood inside the team. In Singapore, Ferrari had to push back on claims that Vasseur clashed heatedly with Matteo Toninelli, the head of trackside engineering. Fred is 3 years into his project now, and the results haven't been good. Next season will be the biggest tell though. With brand new regulations, the car will be completely his, built by the engineers he's brought on board. It would seem like madness to remove him just months away from his project's real goal. But this is Ferrari and this is Formula One. Stranger things have happened. There are widespread rumours that Horner's gardening leave runs until the summer of 2026, essentially 12 months after he left Red Bull. That means he isn't an immediate solution for Ferrari, and Vasseur will at least get to see if what he's been growing at Ferrari will bear fruit. For the Italian team, the delay on getting Horner in is probably a good thing. Removing Vasseur this late on in the development of the new regulations car would almost certainly be a mistake. Destabilizing the team at this point would certainly cause more problems than it would solve, at least in the short term. Now they get to see what Vasseur has been working on in the first half of the next season, and if it doesn't look good, then Horner will be available if they want him. There is no risk of him going elsewhere if he has gardening leave anyway. Ferrari are laying the groundwork for his appointment as well. Horner is being wooed by Ferrari while also holding talks with other teams in the paddock. A report in the Daily Mail says that friends of Horner suggest he's being courted by a handful of teams at the moment, and he's keen on a return to the sport. However, the one big problem for Ferrari and the Horner team-up is what the Englishman wants. Horner will only return to the grid if he is a shareholder with a team, according to Martin Brundle, akin to Toto Wolff's setup at Mercedes. He made it absolutely clear to me when I spoke to him that he will only come back if he's got skin in the game, if he's got a share of the team and is building something rather than being a manager as he was with Red Bull, Brundle said. He couldn't get any shareholding in that. Ferrari selling part of the team to Horner almost seems impossible. This isn't Aston Martin, who gave up part of their team to get Adrian Newey on board. Ferrari are the pride of Italy. To sell a percentage of the team to an Englishman, even one with the record of Horner, may be a step too far. But if there wasn't a chance of buying his way into any team, would Horner then take the Ferrari top job as the next best thing? Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.